Josh Kilgore. For the Indians, John Blake Graham, Jared Roberts, Brian Bentley, Keegan Bentley, and Nathan Dotson. Graham 5'10 senior, Roberts 6'3 senior, Bentley 6'2 senior, Keegan Bentley 6'5 sophomore, and Nathan Dotson a 5'10 senior.
And the Kelly Indians dressed in their road red uniforms, trending white. The Blue Devils in the home white, trimmed in royal blue. The officials, Junior Sager, David
Cyphers,
and Chuck Starnes. It'll be Hubbard for the Blue Devils, Roberts for the Indians. Referee Starnes about to get this final game of the evening underway at about 9:20. Tip up controlled by the Blue Devils. That's Nate Clark with it. Clark picked up by Graham. Gets it over here to Hubbard. Hubbard has it left side. Circles the foul line. Leaves it off right of the lane to Kilgore. Now back out to McMurray. McMurray gets it to Humphreys. Back to Clark. Clark penetrates. Back to McMurray. Open for the three. Shot McMurray long. Rebound Brian Bentley for the Indians. Bentley across the timeline. Guarded by Kilgore. Gets it over to Dodson. Back to Bentley. Bentley leaves it off back for Dodson. His shot up off the glass. Good. No, that's Roberts. 20. Jarrett Roberts with the bucket. Kelly leads 2-0. Kelly zoning the Blue Devils. Here's Kilgore. Takes it to the hole, and he'll be fouled on his way to the shot. He'll shoot two. 22, Brian Bentley picks up the foul. Foul on Bentley's his first.
Bentley signed a golf scholarship at Morehead State.
Yeah, Bentley led his Indian team to a state championship last fall. And golf. Josh Kilgore shooting two for Gate City. Kilgore's first on the way and is good. Well, 2-1, 7:11 to go, first quarter.
Nice to see a good crowd in here tonight, and expect one again tomorrow night. Steve E comes to town.
Kilgore's second on the way. It too is good.
And that'll be boys only action.
Starting at 6 o'clock. Full court pressure, and front court with it is Keegan Bentley, and he travels. So it'll be a turnover to the Blue Devils. Hubbard gets it in there to Clark, who will bring it across the timeline. Met at the midcourt stripe by Graham. Clark lays it off for Hubbard, cutting the bucket. Shot up, no good. Tip, Kilgore, no good. Tip again, no good. It goes out of bounds off Kilgore. It'll belong to the Indians. We're tied at 2, 6:55 to go here in the first quarter. And the Indians will have it. Roberts throw it in, gets it into Brian Bentley. Bentley has it across the timeline to Dotson. Dotson with it, throws it away. Nate Clark comes up with it. Clark takes it to the hole. Shot up good. Nate Clark off the steal and the drive for the bucket. Bentley has it, gets it ahead of Roberts, who will bring it in front court. 3-on-2. Roberts shot up, no good, and he'll be called for the offensive foul.
Stepping in, Luke Humphreys. Luke tried that earlier, and the shooter went straight up, but not this time.
Roberts picks up his first. It'll be the team's second. And the Blue Devils have the ball, leading 4-2. 6:25 to go first quarter. Here's Clark. Drives, right the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound, Jarrett Roberts. Roberts gets it over to Brian Bentley, who will walk it across. Picked up by Kilgore. Bentley gets it to Dotson, who's guarded by Nate Clark. Now that is Jarrett Roberts with it, back to Dotson. Dotson stands between the rings, gets it to Bentley outside the arc. Bentley gets it right of the lane, shot up, no good by Bentley. Rebound fought for, and it'll be a foul called on the Blue Devils.
Almost a held ball between Roberts and Hubbard.
Foul.
Roberts had more control.
Is on Luke Humphreys, his first. And shooting two for the Indians will be Jarrett Roberts. Roberts free throw up and good.
Girls won both contests earlier for Kelly. Gate City trying to make it 2-0 for the boys here tonight.
Yes. Roberts hits his second. He's got 4, and we're tied at 4. Here's a long pass in front court. Will Humphreys has a hand on it. It goes off Humphreys out of bounds. It'll belong to the Indians off the turnover.
Defense got back quickly in shape.
So Kelly, that's Garrett Roberts. Throw it in, looks long. Nobody open, has to lob it in here to Graham. Graham gets it back to Roberts. Roberts guarded by Hubbard across the timeline. Has the ball tipped. Dotson runs it down. He has it between the rings. Dotson circles left side. Now to Roberts outside the arc. Left. Here's Bentley with it. Bentley might have been shoved by Kilgore. No call. Bentley throws up a shot. No good. Tipped up and in by, I believe that was Garrett Roberts, number 20. That's a tip in. That's who we'll give it to.
If it wasn't, it was Jesse McMurray.
Yeah, and I think it was Roberts. Nice tip from Roberts. McMurray has it now for the Blue Devils. Head of the key, Humphreys. Will back to McMurray. Spots up, open for the 3 shot. Long, no good. Rebound fought for, and it'll go, well, I thought it was going off an Indian, but Josh Kilgore comes up with it. Kilgore again, and he'll be called over the back on the, after he missed the first one, went to put it back, and will be called for the foul, his first. Marquis stepped into the lineup for the Blue Devils, replacing Josh Kilgore. 5:01 to go first half. 6-4. Devils trail the Indians here early. Here's Brian Bentley. Here comes the double team against Bentley. And he has it to Dotson, who has it go off his hands. Stolen away by the Blue Devils. Out of bounds off. That's off the Indians. Yeah, okay. Referee Starnes had pointed the wrong direction. So Nate Clark in the corner to inbound. Looks, lobs it in here to E-step, and it's stolen away. E-step got a hand on it. Bentley steps in front, steals it. So here's Bentley. Picks up his dribble, hounded there by E-step. Somebody got to come to him. Hubbard gets a hand and deflects it out of bounds as the pass was intended for Roberts.
Hubbard tried to chase it down, just couldn't get there.
Here's Drew Scott into the lineup. Scott with his first action, except for about 30 seconds of cover the other night, coming back from a hip pointer.
Yeah, it must. We'll see how it goes, though.
And the official looking at Jesse McMurray. He must have a little blood or a little spot on his uniform there or something. And with that cleaned up, we're ready to go.
Pat Logan's right there to take care of that.
And we'll have a 5-second violation. Bentley unable to get it in. It'll be a turnover to the Blue Devils, who trail 6-4. 4:37 to go here in the first quarter.
5th turnover so far for the Indians. We're early, but they lead.
McMurray has it over to Scott now, swinging around right side E-step. Humphreys post along the baseline. He gets it, puts it on the floor, and he'll be fouled on the block by Chris Mullins. Foul on Mullins will be his first, and that's the team's third. So the Blue Devils will have it right at their own bucket to work it in. McMurray gets it in the corner to E-step. E-step out to Scott. McMurray should go to the corner. Instead circles out front. Here's a pass to Humphreys. Almost loses it out of bounds. Saves it back into Hubbard. Swinging around now to Scott. Scott puts it on the floor. Takes it to the foul line. And we're going to have a foul called. And I believe that foul will be on 32. Nathan Dotson, his first. That'll be the team's 4th on the Indians here in the first quarter. And the Blue Devils again right at their own bucket will have McMurray to throw it in. McMurray looks, gets it into Hubbard. Now to Scott. Here's Hubbard set the screen for McMurray. His 3 is up there, long, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. Bentley for the Indians.
Nice screen. McMurray was wide open but couldn't nail it.
Bentley throws it away. Graham cut to the ball, but not quite quick enough.
Luke Humphreys in, Josh Kilgore in, McMurray and Hubbard take a break.
Now Nate Clark back in too. Will Humphreys checks out. So it's Luke Humphreys, Nate Clark, Josh Kilgore, Marquis Step, and Scott on the floor now for the Blue Devils. They trail 6-4, 3:50 to go here in the first quarter. E-step has it right side now Swinging around left side, this is Kilgore. He'll put it on the floor. He'll drive around Bentley to the hole. Shot, missed it. Just didn't get it up there. Roberts with the rebound for the Indians. Gets it over to Bentley, has it left side. Under there by Estep, Bentley's going to need help. Graham with it now. Between the rings, now he picks up his dribble, has to get it to Dotson. Dotson, left side now, that's Brian Bentley. Back to Dotson. Dotson looks to make a move, can't do it, picks up his dribble. Gets it off to Bentley, and Bentley steps out of bounds. So the turnover back to Gate City. Not exactly an offensive clinic by either team. 6-4.
You got that right.
Had a couple of good looks at it, but unable to get it to foul. Kilgore has it, gets it back to Clark. Clark takes it along the baseline, and a block will be called on John Blake Graham. Foul on Graham's his first. That'll be the team's fifth. Graham must be in the drama class because he put on a pretty good act there. That was a good effort, though. We have to give him credit. Here's the Blue Devils. Humphreys with it, gets it to Clark. Clark between the rings now. Scott, he thought about the three. Instead, he'll stop, pop. 15-footer in the air. Good. Drew Scott with the field goal. And the Blue Devils and Indians are tied. 2:45 to go first quarter. Bentley in backcourt. Drives down. Little 14-footer from in front. No good. Rebound pulled out of there. Kilgore for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Clark. Clark quickly ahead in front court to Estep. Estep takes it all the way to the hole. His shot blocked away. And body's on the floor. No foul called. It'll be the Blue Devils basketball. Estep will check out along with Drew Scott, Hubbard, and Humphreys. Luke Humphreys now. So left of the bucket. Nate Clark gets it in. 14-footer Hubbard. Missed it. Bentley has the rebound. Gate City some good looks, as I said earlier, just unable to get them to foul yet. With it, that's Coomer, who's checked in the lineup, turns it over. Hubbard comes out there with it, gets it ahead to Clark. Now right side McMurray. McMurray puts it on the floor, stops right of the lane, shot up, in, out, no good. Rebound Bentley again. Bentley's got a bunch of rebounds. 4. Bentley for the Indians. Has it between the rings. Now circles right side. Gets it to Graham. Graham down low to Smith, and Smith will be fouled. Nate Clark picks up his first. That'll be the team's third. Nathan Dotson checks back in for Graham.
Played 6 minutes and 10 seconds and only 12 points on the board.
Total by both teams. Dotson has it. Gets it back to Bentley, and it goes off Bentley's hands out of bounds.
9th turnover by the Indians. Gate City just had some easy shots and get them to fall.
Well, they had some good looks. I don't know if any shot's easy, but they had some good looks. And you keep getting those looks, they'll fall. Like this one right here. Coaches, McMurray for 3. Jesse McMurray with a 3-9-6 Devils lead. Bentley has it in front court. Rode there by Kilgore. Bentley gets it down low. Shot up from in front. Good by Charles Smith. Bucket by Smith. That's Gate City's lead to 1, 9-8. Hubbard, McMurray. Stops, gets it back to Kilgore. Now to Clark. Clark penetrates, leaves it off for no one.
He figured McMurray would be over on the wing, and McMurray cut to the head of the key.
And we got a timeout on the floor. 60 seconds to go. First quarter, 9-8. Gate City leads.
Minute to play, first quarter. Gate City 9, J.J. Kelly 8. J.J. Kelly Lady Indians previously, before this game, beat Gate City's Lady Devils 60-48.
And the Indians will have it. Bentley throw it in. Somebody's got
Time's running out.
And the ball off of Roberts' hands. The Blue Devils steal it. Here is Humphreys. Takes it to the hole. Reverse layup. Good. Tough shot. Good execution by Humphreys.
No backboard used.
That was a tough shot. Good to see that one go down. Logan Bateman's checked in for the Blue Devils. This is Dotson with it. Gets it over there to Roberts. Roberts jumper left of the lane, no good. Hubbard with the rebound for the Blue Devils. Gets it to McMurray quickly in front court. This is Bateman with it. Bateman gets it back to McMurray. He launches another 3. Shot good. Jesse McMurray for three, and the Blue Devils right on top now, 14-8. Bentley has it in front court. He's guarded by Bateman. Spin by Bentley, left the lane, and he'll be held and fouled well before the shot. Foul will be on Logan Bateman. Foul on Logan's his first, team's 4. And the Indians will be inbounding.
5 team fouls on the Indians.
And they'll be inbounding left of the bucket. Here's the lob in, tip, no good. Bentley catches it, is behind, over the head, reverse layup, good. Brian Bentley with his first point. Quickly, the Blue Devils have it with Nate Clark, leaves it over for McMurray. McMurray drives the baseline. His shot is blocked, but he's fouled.
With 1 second to go in the quarter.
That's Brian Bentley picking up his second. And that'll put Jesse McMurray at the line, shooting 2. One tick left here on the clock in the first quarter. McMurray's first free throw up and good. Sends Gate City's lead to 5, 15-10. Bobby Wheatley into the lineup for Bentley. And McMurray set for his second, which is on the way and good. So McMurray with 8 of Gate City 16 here in the first quarter. And the first quarter comes to an end here at Gate City Middle School. And it's the Blue Devils 16, the J.J. Kelly Indians 10.
City begins at 6 o'clock with the JV contest.
And the J.J. Kelly Indians have it to start the second quarter. Bentley now, he's guarded by Estep. That's at least 4 different people that's been on Bentley, and Bentley has it go off his hands out of bounds.
Turnover number 11 for the Indians.
So it'll be Gate City's ball. McMurray, Kilgore, Scott, Zach Jones, and Mark Estep on the floor for Gate City. McMurray has it, gets it to Estep. Estep to Scott, now to Kilgore. Over here it comes to McMurray. Looks for Jones, can't get it to him. Swing it back around head of the key, Estep. Estep has it between the rings, now right side Scott. Scott tries to get it to Jones. It's stolen away by the Indians. Kelly has it, that's Brian Bentley. Bentley drives, stops, pops, 16-footer off the glass, good. Brian Bentley with the bucket, 16-12 to score. Estep has it for Gate City. Gets it to Kilgore, to McMurray, now to Scott. Scott gets it right side, Kilgore, back to Scott. 2-3 zone now by the Indians. They've alternated between zone and man. Here's McMurray. Stops along the baseline, tries to get it to Jones, stolen away by Bentley. So Brian Bentley with it. Double screen set for Bentley. His shot up and good for 3 or 2. And he's fouled. I don't know if it's a 3 or a 2. We'll see. Foul on 24 was Estep. I guess it was a 2-point field goal.
You're right.
Estep picks up his first. And that's the team's 5th. Brian Bentley trying to complete the 3-point play. Free throw up and good by Bentley. Has 5 in the quarter. It's 16-15 now. Gate City. Kilgore in back court to Clark. Clark gets it in front court to Humphreys. Humphreys holds up. Now, Kilgore with it. Left side, McMurray open for the 3. Shot, no good. Rebound, who's got it? That's Will Humphreys. His put back good and he's fouled. We'll see who that foul will be on.
Will using his strength well underneath.
That foul's on Brian Bentley. That's his 3rd, and
that's not good for the Indians.
No, I can guarantee you they could ill afford not to have him on the floor. 5 rebounds at least, 7 points. Free throw up Humphreys and good. So the Blue Devils extend their lead to 19-15. In backcourt with it, here's Roberts. Here comes the pressure. Bentley has it, gets it across the timeline. Has it, Picks up his dribble, lobs it over here to Graham. Graham drives along the baseline, cut off by McMurray, throws one up, no good. Rebound Nate Clark for Gate City. Clark wants to run up the right side, he goes. Pulls up, gets it to Scott, head of the key. Scott makes a move and gets it to McMurray. McMurray now backs it back out, gets it to Clark. Now right side, here's Humphries cutting back through. McMurray, Clark leaves it off to Kilgore for the easy bucket.
Pretty pass.
That's a foul. Bentley for the Cats have it, or for the Indians. Bentley's running underhanded shot, good.
Indians wanted a timeout, they didn't get it.
So here comes Kilgore the other way, and we'll have a block called on Keegan Bentley. Foul on Keegan Bentley, his first.
Kilgore got the shot off, wouldn't fall.
It's the 8th team foul, but Josh Kilgore will be the man shooting 2.
21-17 Gate City. Luke Humphries to the scorer's table along with Will Hubbard. And Shannon Carter there as well.
Free throw by Kilgore is good. (21-17), 5:28 to go here in the first half. Gate City leading J.J. Kelly. Kilgore hits the second. He has 6. The Blue Devils lead by 6 at 23-17. Here's the inbound pass. Ball kicked by, I believe, Hubbard. And it'll go back to Kelly. Kelly on the inbounds, gets it to Bentley. Bentley double team now. They'll have the numbers. Here's Roberts. Roberts leave it off for Graham. Shot off the glass, good.
Yeah, they had Will Hubbard outnumbered big time.
Yes, they did. 3-1. Humphries. Luke gets it to Hubbard. Head of the key now, McMurray. McMurray circled out on top Humphries. Left side, Nate Clark. Now back to Humphries. Over to McMurray. He'll launch the 3 shot. Good. Jesse McMurray for 3 more. He has 11. The Blue Devils lead 26-19. Bentley has it almost thrown away by Hubbard. Get it over here for the 3-point field goal shot by Dotson. No good. Rebound McMurray quickly ahead to Clark. And Clark tries to get it to Humphries, who posted up, but ball's kicked, and we're going to have a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 26-19, Blue Devils lead.
Oh, number.
They do?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know why Sprint turned that number around that quickly.
But they did, huh? Well, anyway, the Blue Devils have it. That's Clark. Over to McMurray, open for the 3, bang. McMurray with 4 threes. He has 14. The Blue Devils slowly beginning to pull away here, leading now by 10. Here's Bentley for the Indians. Bentley left alone, drives the baseline. His pull-up jumper good. Clark for Gate City to McMurray. Long 3-shot long. I believe Hubbard might pick up a foul.
I believe he might. That was a shot to Graham. He didn't do it intentionally, but he was going for the ball, but he didn't get the basketball.
Foul on Hubbard's his first. That's the team's 6th.
Graham went down like a rock.
Down like a heavyweight, didn't he?
Yeah.
Coomer into the lineup, gets it over to, that's Roberts, Garrett Roberts with it. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Bentley. Bentley double team, fights through it, and he'll be fouled by Will Humphries. Foul on Will's his first, team 7th, and that'll put Brian Bentley at the line shooting 1-1.
29-21, Gate City leads, 3:56 to play, first half. Kilgore checks in for Hubbard. That being Josh Kilgore.
Free throw Bentley, good. Bentley with 12 of his team's 22. 13 of 23. 3:56 to go here in the first half. Devils lead 29-23. Humphreys, Kilgore, now Clark for Gate City. Sit back to Luke Humphreys. Luke out on top. McMurray launches a three shot and long, no good. Humphreys in the right place. Pick up rebound. Here's Will Humphreys. His shot up, no good, and he'll be fouled. The foul will be on number 15 for J.J. Kelly. That's Chris Mullins, his second. That's the team's ninth. So this will be in the act of shooting. Will Humphreys will be shooting 2. Humphreys free throw up and good. Marquis Step checks in to line up for the Blue Devils. Humphreys, Will, second, up and good. Will Humphreys has 7. The Blue Devils lead by 8, 31-23. Here's the ball tipped away from behind. And we're going to have a foul called on the Blue Devils. 24, Estep picks up the foul. His second.
Looks like Estep did knock the ball away, but then fell in to the Indian.
And that'll be Jarrett Roberts, who will be shooting 1 and 1 for J.J. Kelly. 3:30 to go, first half. 31-23 the score. Gate City leads. And Jarrett Roberts, 6 points. Free throw in the air. Good. (31-24). Roberts set for the second. It's on the way. It is short. Estep pulls it out of there for the Blue Devils. Gets it over to Nate Clark. Clark has it. Between the rings now, Estep, left side Humphreys. Back to Estep, now Clark. Clark swing it cross court to Humphreys. Now out on top, Estep to Clark. Nate penetrates, gets it over here to Kilgore. Kilgore drives along the baseline. His shot up and good. Josh Kilgore gives the Blue Devils a 9-point lead. Their biggest, no, not their biggest. They had a 10-point lead earlier. 3 minutes to go. Here's Bentley, and his shot is blocked. It'll be a held ball. Possession error goes to the Blue Devils. Logan Bateman will check in for Luke Humphreys. .250 to go, first half. Devils lead by 9, 33-24. It's Josh Kilgore, right side with it. Cross court pass to Nate Clark, open for the 3. Shot Clark, no good. Rebound Will Humphreys. Will takes it up, it won't go, but he's fouled. Foul will be on Jarrett Roberts, his second, and that'll put Will Humphreys back to the line shooting 2.
2:37 to go first half. 33-24, Gate City on top.
Humphreys free throw up and good.
McMurray in for Estep. As the Indians run Graham all the way down under their bucket, and McMurray goes down there to join him.
Humphreys hits the second.
Charles Smith in for Chris Mullins for the Indians.
And Kelly on the inbounds. Logan Bateman gets a hand on it. It'll be finally stolen away by Kilgore. Gets it to Clark. Shot up, no good. Nate Clark's put back is going to be fouled. And that foul will be on Jarrett Roberts. That's Roberts' third.
So 2 Indians with 3.
Roberts and Bentley, 2 starters. Free throw, Nate Clark, good. No good, in and out. Coming out there with it, Will Humphreys. His put up is good. Will Humphreys with the putback of the missed free throw by Clark. Bentley has it. He's guarded now by Bateman. Here's Bentley, has it right side. And a 5-second violation caught on Bentley, unable to get rid of it. And the Blue Devils lead now, 39-24, 2:10 to go first half. And we'll have the basketball. This is Clark. There's Kilgore has it, right side, outside the arc. He drives in, leaves it over here for Bateman. Bateman down low, Humphreys. Humphreys stops, shoots, scores. Will 13 first half points for the Blue Devils. Working hard to get every one of them, too. 41-24 the score. Bentley for the Indians. Puts it on the floor, drives to the foul line, stops, forces up a running shot off the glass, no good. Kilgore had a hand on it, saves it back into McMurray. McMurray 2-on-2 with Clark. McMurray's pull-up jumper for 3, good. Had to wait just a second to see. If it's 2 or 3, it's a 3. And the Blue Devils now lead by 20. 1:15 to go here in the first half. Brian Bentley for J.J. Kelly. Gets it to Dotson. That's Roberts. Ball on the floor. Clark comes up with it, gets it to McMurray. McMurray will have an easy snowbird. Shot up good. 46-24 the score. Blue Devils lead. We're inside 50 seconds to go here in the first half.
Tough defense caused that turnover.
That's a fact here. That wasn't, but it's a turnover. Josh Kilgore drives all the way down for the layup good.
Defense didn't cause that. That pass went through the legs of the Indian.
Bentley for J.J. Kelly across the timeline. Bentley now head of the key, stops, and reaching and fouling will be Will Humphrey. Will picks up his second, and that should be 1-and-1 coming for Charles Smith for the Indians. 48-24. Pitt City's ran off about free throw up and no good by Smith, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 16 points, I believe, 17, something like that in a row here. Logan Bateman for the Blue Devils with it to Clark. Gate City will probably hold it for the final shot. Kilgore, right corner now, Bateman, back to Clark. Clark puts it on the floor with 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Nate will stop, get it back to Bateman. He'll shoot the 3. Shot Logan Bateman, good. Bateman for 3, and that will be the end of the first half. For the score, the Gate City Blue Devils 51, the J.J. Kelly Indians 24. We'll be back with halftime stats and more after these messages.
Boys basketball sponsors on GCTV are Daugherty Brothers Chevrolet, Delegate Terry Kilgore, Fairway Ford Volkswagen, Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson Street Formals, Law Office of Jeff Hamilton, Mark's Hardware, Scott County Long Distance, State Line Graphics, Weber City Drug Center. I'm Tuesday Woods.
Gate City leading 51-24. It was 16-10 after 1.
Gate City outscored Kelly 35-14 in the second quarter. Set to begin the second half. Kelly with it. That's Bentley on the inbound. He gets it into Dotson. Back to Bentley. Starting 5 for each team.
Bentley with 3 fouls.
Bentley has it. Left baseline. He's guarded there by Kilgore. Gets it down low. Shot up off the glass. Good by Jarrett Roberts. Roberts with the bucket to start the second half. Blue Devils with it. McMurray to Hubbard. Swinging around here. Kilgore. Kilgore back on top. Clark. Clark penetrates. Stops. 14-footer left of the lane. Good. Clark with his 6th point. The Blue Devils lead 53-26. Hubbard. Make that Bentley. And Bentley, I guess, steps on the baseline.
You guess right.
So, another turnover by the Indians.
Number 16.
And Clark for the Blue Devils. Across the timeline, gets it left side, McMurray. McMurray has it, lobs it for the Kilgore, shot up off the glass, no good. Hubbard with a hand on the rebound. Coming out there with it though, Roberts for the Indians. Roberts will run it past the timeline, left side, pick up his dribble. Need help. Now what?
Still does.
And Jesse McMurray gets a hand in, comes up with a steal for the Blue Devils. McMurray, Kilgore with it, now back to Clark. Left side, that's Humphreys, back to Clark. Nate stops, leaves it off for McMurray, head of the key, now left corner with it. Luke Humphreys, cross court past Kilgore. Kilgore puts it on the floor, gets it back to Hubbard. Hubbard drives down, shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Roberts for the Indians. Leaves it off for Bentley. Brian Bentley will slowly make his way past the timeline. Bentley spins, drives left of the lane.
Hey, that's a walk.
Oh, yeah, once or twice. Here's a shot, no good. Foul will be called on the Blue Devils.
This isn't a hop, skip, and a jump.
Foul will be on Luke Humphreys. And that'll be 2 shots upcoming for Jarrett Roberts. 53-26, Gate City lead, 6:06 to go, third quarter. The Indians, Jarrett Roberts shooting 2. Free throw up and good. He stepped in for Kilgore for Gate City. Bobby Wheatley checks in for the Indians. And Roberts' second free throw up and good. So Roberts hits 2. It's 53-28. Gate City with it. Nate Clark quickly in front court. Gets it to A-step for the driving layup. Good. E-step with his first points of the night. And the Blue Devils lead by 27. Bentley for J.J. Kelly. Takes it. Stomps, pop, 16-footer. Rebound. Roberts, his shot up no good. And he'll be fouled. Really, it wasn't a rebound. It was just, he caught it. Caught the air ball. Foul on Will Hubbard for the Blue Devils. His second. And Jarrett Roberts back to the line, shooting 2 again for the Indians.
You know, that definitely was not intended to be a pass. And that's the way it turned out.
So Roberts, his free throw on the way, and good. Chris Mullins in for the Indians. Will Humphreys for the Blue Devils.
Hubbard takes a seat.
55-29, 5:43 to go, third quarter. Roberts' second free throw up, shot it a little short. Ball on the floor, goes off. They say the Indians. Sort of belong to Gate City. And Kelly, looks like they're going to press full court, man to man. Here's Nate Clark. Breaks it easily, gets it to E-step. E-step puts it on the floor in the left corner. Gets it along the baseline to Humphreys. Will, shot up, no good. Rebound, Roberts.
Might have been partially blocked.
Roberts gets it over to Bentley. Bentley has it, and what do we have? We're going to have a foul away from the bucket on Roberts, Jarrett Roberts. That's 4 on Jarrett Roberts for the Indians.
You talk about away from the bucket, it's on the other side of the court.
They post that as his third, so evidently somewhere I missed it. Not really a surprise.
10 rebounds for the Indians. Roberts with 5, Bentley with 5.
Now they posted it 4. So the Devils with it. That's Nate Clark. Has it right side now to McMurray. He'll launch a long 3. Shot good. McMurray for 3. And the Blue Devils lead 58-29. That's Bentley. Brian Bentley gets it to Graham. Graham loses control, picks it up.
Needs help.
And the ball goes off of a Blue Devil. Out of bounds. It belongs to the Indians. Drew Scott and Logan Bateman in for E-step and Nate Clark.
Good to see Drew back in there. He's been injured. He tried it to play the other night, but couldn't. But much better tonight.
Bentley has it, gets it in the paint. Shot up by Smith, no good, and Smith commits a foul over the back of Humphreys. Foul on Smith, his first. It's the team's first. It's second here in the second half. 58-29, 4:36 to go here in the third quarter. Gate City on top. And they have it with McMurray in backcourt. McMurray across the timeline with it. Gets it over here to Scott. Scott right of the key now. McMurray, and McMurray will be fouled by Bobby Wheatley. Wheatley picks up his first. That'll be the team's third here in the second half. And Gate City will have it. Logan Bateman side front court. Bateman gets it into Humphreys, back to Scott. Scott has it left side now along the baseline to Humphreys. Spins into the lane, shot up, good. Will Humphreys. And we'll have a foul in back court. Logan Bateman picks up the foul.
He's over the back of Brian Bentley.
Bateman's second, team's third. Mullins throws it into Brian Bentley. Bentley across the timeline, guarded by Bateman. Bentley still with the dribble. 5-second count on. And he didn't get rid of it. Zach Jones in for the Blue Devils.
Will Humphreys out.
60-29. Gate City leads. 3:53 to go. Third quarter.
Isaiah Coomer checks in for John Blake Graham for the Indians.
Scott throws it into McMurray.
Coomer, a 5'9" junior.
McMurray gets it over here to Kilgore. Now down low Jones. His shot off the glass, good.
Let's move on Chris Mullins.
This is Coomer with it, and the ball stripped from him, though. Coming up with it, Smith. Smith picks it up, hands it back to Coomer. Coomer out between the rings. Now center circle with it. Get it over here right side of Wheatley. Wheatley drives, stops when he runs into Zach Jones. Going to have a foul called, I believe, on Drew Scott. Scott reaches in, commits the foul. His first.
That's all you can do when you run into Zach.
Yeah.
But you're going to stop.
Especially since Bobby Wheatley's not all that big.
62-29, Gate City, 3:23 to go in the third.
Brian Bentley set to throw it in, maybe.
Look for the lob.
And he can't. Can't get it in as nobody comes free. It'll be a turnover to Gate City, leading 62-29 with 3:23 to go here in the third quarter.
19th turnover.
Here's Chris Kilgore, who's checked in. Kilgore has it. He'll force one up. Shot no good. Rebound Smith for the Indians. Smith gets it over to Bentley. Bentley races past the timeline up the left side. Cut off there by Bateman. Bateman forces him head of the key. Now give it up to Wheatley. Wheatley has it. Now gets it to Smith. Over Jones. Shot no good. With a hand on it, Kilgore pulls it out of there. Josh Kilgore gets it over to Nate Clark. Clark runs the floor. Leaves it over for Chris Kilgore. And we're going to have a foul, though, before that. Foul will be on 23. That's Bobby Wheatley, his second. That'll be the team's third here in the second half. Marquis Step checks in the lineup for Gate City. So here's Clark on the inbounds. Gets it into Josh Kilgore to E-Step. Back to Clark. Nate has it. Now back to E-Step, left side. Out between the rings, Nate Clark. Clark puts it on the floor, and he'll be fouled by Wheatley. Foul on Wheatley will be his third.
Wheatley chasing from behind, tried to reach around, knocked the ball away, drew the foul.
Wheatley checks out. John Blake Graham back in. And Nate Clark left of his own bucket to throw it in. Gets it into E-Step. E-Step, double dribbles. Well, walks, whichever.
Same result.
Yeah, he walked first. So, turnover to the Indians. Gate City leads 62-29, 2:34 to go here in the third quarter. Here's a long pass and stolen away by, or intercepted, I wouldn't say it was stolen away, intercepted by Jones. Gets it over to Clark to Kilgore. Kilgore works the baseline, 16-footer good. Josh Kilgore, right baseline jumper. Gate City leads 64-29. Brian Bentley across the midcourt stripe, now guarded by E-Step. Bentley has it. Left of the lane and tries to get it to Coomer. Instead, Nate Clark steals it, drives the length to the floor for layup good. Clark with the bucket. Nate's 8th point. Extends Gate City's lead to 66-29. Brian Bentley gets it over in the corner. Here's a long three. Air ball caught by Jones for the Blue Devils. Shot was by Graham. Nate Clark rips the pass in front court. Kilgore for the layup. Good, but they're going to say he walked. So Josh Kilgore called with traveling. It looked good, though.
And Coach McCamus calls timeout.
We'll be back in I don't know how long, 30 seconds.
Gate City leads. J.J. Kelly with 1:42 to play in the third quarter. Lady Indians beat the Lady Devils before this game 60-48. JV boys won for Gate City. JV girls lost.
So the Kelly Indians have it. That's Bentley. Bentley, the block will be called on Estep. That was a collision. Estep picks up his third. Let's see if he's all right.
Roberts set a pick at mid-court. Estep went around it.
Well,
and got run over.
Sort of went around it. Kind of went through it a little, and that was a collision. Glad to see they're both okay. All right, so the Indians with it. That's Bentley. Gets it over here to Roberts. Jarrett Roberts with it to Smith. Smith gets it over here to Graham. Graham shot up, no good, but he's fouled. Foul on Jesse McMurray. Foul on Jesse's his first.
We don't need to be having a foul-a-thon here. It's past somebody's bedtime, I'm sure.
Well, mine. Shooting 2. John Blake Graham first, no good.
I wonder what the officials think of doing 4 games a day.
Well, this group of officials do 2. And then you've got 2 that do the JV game.
Okay.
Shot up again, no good by Graham. Blue Devils have it with Nate Clark. Clark has it tipped away and stolen away. Coming out of there with it, Dotson for the Indians. Front court gets it to Bentley. Bentley to Roberts. Roberts muscles one up from in front, no good. Gets his own putback, no good. Foul call.
Roberts, a 6'3" senior.
Foul will be on Zach Jones. Zach's first. And Jarrett Roberts shooting 2. First, no good. Hubbard, Will, Luke Humphreys, Drew Scott into the lineup for Gate City, joining Jesse McMurray. 66-29, 59 seconds to go, third quarter. Roberts' second free throw up. It is good. 66-30, Gate City leads. McMurray for Gate City has it. Center circle, now right side Scott. Cross court pass Luke Humphreys. He'll launch a long 3. Shot good. Luke Humphreys for 3. 69-30, Gate City leads. Brian Bentley now, he's guarded by McMurray. Bentley has it right side, picks up his dribble, needs help, gets it over to Graham. Graham. Center circle. Back to Bentley. Brian Bentley has it. His shot up off the glass, no good. Hubbard had a hand on the rebound, and it goes off of he or Will Humphreys, as they each had a hand on it. And it goes to the Indians. 23 seconds to go, third quarter. 69-30, Gate City lead. Bentley looks for the lob in. Now gets it in here to Dotson. Back to Bentley. He'll shoot the 3. Shot no good. Rebound McMurray. McMurray for the Blue Devils, and Gate City will hold it for the final shot as he crosses the timeline. Here comes the screen by Hubbard. McMurray has it, center circle. Now drives right side, gets it back to Humphreys. Head of the key for 3. Shot good. Luke Humphreys for 3, and that will be the end of the third quarter. With the score, the Blue Devils 72, the J.J. Kelly Indians 30.
He starts the fourth quarter with a basketball.
And a 72-30 lead. McMurray for Gate City gets it to Hubbard. Hubbard, cross court to Drew Scott to McMurray. Spots for the 3. Shot good. McMurray with 7 threes to go along with some others. Here's foul called in front court. Either McMurray or Hubbard. It'll be Hubbard.
Trying to steal the ball from Roberts at midcourt.
Hubbard picks up the foul, his 3rd. Team's 8th. 1-1 for Jarrett Roberts.
Five team fouls on the Indians.
Pitt City outscored Kelly 21-6 in the 3rd quarter. Free throw, Roberts, good. Makes it 75-31. Blue Devils host the Dobyns-Bennett Indians tomorrow night. 6 o'clock, JV boys, followed by varsity boys. Second free throw good by Roberts. McMurray rips the pass in front court to Humphreys. Humphreys back to McMurray. Now out between the rings, Drew Scott with it. Right side, Will Humphreys. Back to McMurray. McMurray with it, center circle. Now
It's on.
between the rings, gets it over to Scott. Drew Scott with it. Drives along the baseline, gets it back to Will Humphreys, to Luke Humphreys, to McMurray. McMurray has it, back to Luke Humphreys. Luke to McMurray, open for the 3. Same result. It's good.
It's perfect. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, I mean, just
Great arc.
makes the net ripple just a little. That's about as good as you can do it. The Indians with it, stolen away by McMurray. McMurray for Gate City has it, gets it to Scott. Scott has it down on top to Hubbard, left side. Humphreys open for the 3, shot short. Rebound run down by Graham, gets it to Brian Bentley. Bentley has it in front court for the Indians. Bentley has it kicked out of bounds by Hubbard as he tried to get it down low to Roberts. Bateman, Chris Kilgore, Marquis Step, Zach Jones in for Gate City.
With 6:29 to play, 78-32 Gate City.
Brian Bentley gets it in here. 2. Who is that? That's Mullins. His shot no good. But he'll be fouled by Zach Jones. Foul on Jones, his 2nd. And now to put Chris Mullins at the line for the Indians. He'll be shooting 2. (78-32). Gate City lead. 6:24 to go. Free throw Mullins, good.
Jarrett Roberts in for Nathan Dotson for the Indians.
Mullins' 2nd free throw, it too is good. And Gate City with the ball, leading 78-34. Here's E-Step, takes it all the way to the bucket. Offensive foul will be called on Mark E-Step. Foul on Mark will be his 4th.
Keegan Bentley steps in front to draw the charge.
So Jarrett Roberts puts it in to Bentley.